Welcome back this morning. Well, it has been nearly 6 years since the start of the COVID-19 pandemic, and one of the many questions doctors are still working to answer is, what are the long-term effects? We know long COVID affects millions of people in the U.S., and for years, doctors at Northwestern Medicine have been working to study long COVID through their Neuro COVID-19 Clinic. And the doctor leading that clinic and the research is joining us live in studio right now, Dr. Igor Koralnik. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you for inviting me, Audrina, and welcome to everybody on the show.
Yeah, glad to have you here as we just dig through this long COVID. I know you are the chief of neuroinfectious diseases and also global neurology at Northwestern. So remind us, what is long COVID quickly, and the main symptoms that you see with long COVID?
Certainly. So long COVID is defined as symptoms lasting more than 3 months after COVID-19.
Okay.
And neurologic manifestations include brain fog, headache, dizziness, alteration of smell and taste, insomnia, as well as intense fatigue, and that really affects people's quality of life and ability to work. And so far we have seen 3,300 patients in the clinic since the beginning of the pandemic, and the main question patients ask us is, when am I finally going to improve? And some of those have symptoms lasting more than several years.
Wow.
And this is why we did this study. So we constructed an app, a mobile phone app, that would allow patients to log in their daily symptoms from home, so brain fog, yes, no, fatigue, yes, no,
Okay.
so on, and also their subjective impression of % recovery compared to before COVID. So today they may feel 50% recovered, the next day 40%, later 60%, and our information technology department integrated this app into the MyChart platform that patients use to interface with their medical record. So the beauty of this is that they can be at home logging their daily symptom, and we can see it through their medical record on the back end. So we started this study. We enrolled 63 participants who wanted to use the app for 3 months, and we could see two distinct populations of patients: those who improved, 43% of those, and those who did not improve during this time period, 57%. And what was different between the two populations? Well, first, we saw that those who improved had more ups and downs on their road to recovery, with frequent setbacks, but also improvement than those who did not improve, which tells us that it is not a linear road to recovery, but rather a very bumpy road. We also saw that those who improved actually had better results on tests of cognition after 3 months, which indicates that it's really important to help them with this aspect of their disease. On the other side, women were less likely than men to improve, as well as those who had alteration of smell and taste. So why are women less likely to improve? Unfortunately, we think that long COVID is a new autoimmune disease that's been triggered by the virus that now confuses the immune system, that something abnormal is occurring in the body that needs to be attacked. And women are also more likely than men to develop other autoimmune disease like multiple sclerosis, rheumatoid arthritis, and lupus, for example.
I want to ask you about insomnia, because I know this is also a big thing. What is the link that you found, even with this group of patients, between sleep disorders and long COVID?
Certainly. So about 30–40% of people coming to the clinic have alteration of sleep, and some have insomnia. And we're doing another study that we're now actually writing up, looking for other causes of insomnia, like obstructive sleep apnea in these people who maybe predated COVID but had been uncovered by long COVID and can be treated differently. So this is also one aspect that we're working on. On a brighter note, by asking patients how they liked using the app, so they said that they found it useful and satisfactory, and if we can use an app like this for long COVID, why not make app for other chronic disease, and then helping and empowering patients on their road to recovery. And this is the first time that such a symptom tracker app has been used at Northwestern.
Oh, really interesting. Okay, well, I know there's lots to talk about more as your findings continue. Also, we need to talk about what's next as far as medication, but we're out of time. So Dr. Igor Koralnik, let's keep in touch, and we'll keep talking to you about your findings. Okay?
Thank you.
All right.